Hello, I'm Lenny Pinna, and I'm the editor of this book, A Face from Uranus, Correspondence between Ted Burr and Henry Bellamy, 1943 to 1945. This series is a follow-up to the two previous series, Dramatic Readings 1 and 2, in which I brought to life the two main figures, Ted Burr and Henry Bellamy. I thought with this new series that I would skip through the book and I would highlight stories or events throughout the book that have particular meaning because they are actually a part of the proposed TV series that I've been working on called In the Name of Jamie Wakefield. So this will be an opportunity not only to hear more about the letters in the book, but also to begin to see what the dramatic tensions and what the imaginative possibilities are in the upcoming TV series. I'm going to begin with a really important story that took place a few weeks after Ted and Henry's initial few weeks of correspondence. October 17th, 1943. I was rather shaken a week ago by a story which sprang from this small town. There was a lovely girl from a prominent family here who married a politician and went away with him. In a few years she returned, not with her husband, but with a little girl, Joan. This little girl was permitted no outside friendship. Her mother walked her to school and met her after those sessions to take her home. Joan was a brilliant student, and it is said she designed beautiful clothes. They lived in an uptown apartment. Like everyone else, I used to laugh at this mother and daughter. After graduating in 1936, Joan was constantly with her mother walking up and down through the town. They were both very tall and wore nothing but bright-colored taffeta dresses, which were pressed beautifully. They had little hats bedecked with flowers and dressed exactly alike. Their arms entwined, their faces stony, eyes straight ahead, they walked in perfect step with each other. It was an art, but they amused Bellevue. I often saw Joan at the library, and since we both seemed enthusiastic over Vogue magazine, I wanted to talk to her, but I was so young and afraid of her. I learned that a month ago the mother died. Joan walked alone now. She hid behind dark glasses and walked. My heart ached for her, but still said nothing to her. Her mother had been cremated, and the daughter kept those remains in the apartment. At night, she was heard crying out in her loneliness. Her father, the politician, suddenly turned up. He demanded her little money, and Joan got her first job as a store clerk. But the other girls drew away and laughed at her black taffeta dresses with blue trim. Last Saturday, Joan wrapped herself in a sheet with a rope around her neck and threw herself out the window. They cut her down and rushed her to the hospital. There with "They can't get me now" on her lips, she died. When I heard what she had done that Saturday morning, I was filled with mixed emotions. If I, or someone, had only had the courage to give her friendship. So I wrote her a letter. I wanted her to feel that she would be doing me a favor by permitting me to write to her. I wrote of designing, music, books. Never did I mention her act or condition. But after I had written it, I learned that she had died. Since, I have felt that we, all of us, failed in a responsibility. That girl was one of us, and we failed her. I hope you'll continue with me in future random selected readings.